Is your life a problem? Let's say you lost your job. Let's say your car broke down. Your girlfriend or boyfriend or husband or wife or whoever it is betrayed you, broke your heart. Let's say you had a big investment in something and you were really expecting it to turn out well and it just totally bombed and all this money you invested in it is now gone. Are all these things problems? Are these problems that occurred to you? In reality, these are all just things that happened. They're all just situations that occurred. They're totally neutral. They're just events that took place. So, why is it a problem? How is it a problem? It's a problem not because the situation itself is a problem, but it's a problem because you within yourself created it. You within yourself turned a neutral situation, just a thing that happened, into a problem. You created this negative energy within yourself. So what do I mean by this? Well, for example, let's take the you lost your job, right? So that's just something that happened. But it becomes a problem because you within yourself create it. You say, oh my God, I lost my job. How am I going to take care of myself? How am I going to take care of my family? I've got bills to pay. Oh my God, if I don't have this job, what am I going to do? Society is going to view me as a loser, and all my friends are going to look down on me, and what am I going to do? So, do you see what I'm saying? Is it wrong that those emotions and feelings and thoughts come up? No, they're not wrong. I mean, it's a valid thing to occur in this situation. But the problem happens when you buy into those things, when you invest in those things. You create that problem for yourself and within yourself. Problems are things of a personal being. Problems are things of the ego, because your ego is constantly trying to survive. And not just survive, but it's constantly trying to get the things that it thinks will make it okay and push away the things that it thinks will make it not okay. So you're constantly doing this dance of trying to get what you want and trying to not get what you don't want. And so when a neutral situation occurs, if your mind and your ego decide that this is something that is going to hurt me and that I didn't want to happen, then you are creating the problem. The problem is happening. Now, don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that if you lose your job, that you need to think, oh, well, this is actually so great and this is wonderful. You don't need to think thoughts that aren't happening. You don't need to think thoughts that you're not having about a situation. You don't need to try to spin it into something that it's not. If something happens that hurts, then something is happening that hurts. And that's not bad and that's not wrong. Hurt happens, right? So let me take an example that is, kind of mundane, but so a few videos ago of mine, I received a comment from somebody that said something like, how come videos like this are always created by a low T guy, meaning like low testosterone guy? And he said something along the lines of, you never see a jacked, really in shape guy make videos like this. So, is it a problem that he said that? Well, no. That is a person that said something. It's true. It's true that he said that. So what happens next? Well, I can think, oh my God, what if he's right? What if I am a low testosterone guy? And oh my God, if I have low testosterone, that basically means I'm a beta male. And, a beta male is pretty much the worst thing you could ever be. And, you got to be an alpha male. And if you really want to survive in society, you have to be an alpha male. If you want to really get anywhere, you can't be someone with low testosterone. And what do you even do to get more testosterone? Like, I got to figure this out so I can, do you see the game that's happening there? How about if I say, you know what, fuck that guy. That guy's an asshole. Why would you even come to my video and comment something like that? Why do people feel the need to be so rude? I'm just trying to do something nice here. Do you see that game too? Now, if either one of those directions of thoughts happen, is that a problem? Well, no. It's no more a problem for those thoughts to arise than it is for the fact that he even said that in the first place. Him saying that to me isn't a problem. My thoughts arising about that are not a problem. It becomes a problem when you buy into them. It becomes a problem when the small I, the personal self, decides that something needs to be done about this for me to be okay. I need to do something to change this situation in order for me to be all right. Now, he said that. Whatever thoughts that I had about that arose in that situation. Is any of this a problem? No. These are all just things that are happening. These are all just situations of life. Now, whether you're me, whether you're someone far across the world, whether you're a single mother, whether you're a CEO of a company, whether you're a homeless person, all kinds of different situations arise for everybody. Everybody experiences different things in life. Everyone is going to encounter situations every day. And some of them are pleasant, some of them are unpleasant. All kinds of things happen. But is any of it a problem? It doesn't have to be. It can be. And for 99% of the world, everything is a problem. And everything is something that always constantly needs to be solved. And for 99% of the world, and I can include myself in this because I'm not a finished product, right? For all of us, we are just on this never-ending cycle of problem, trying to solve problem, kind of solved, new problem. Oh, got to solve that, kind of solve that, didn't solve this problem. Now it's a huge problem. Oh my God, my life is ruined. Well, now it's kind of okay. Do you see this endless cycle? We're constantly creating problems for ourselves. But in actuality, all anything ever is just life happening. Some things are pleasant. Some things are unpleasant. Some things are kind of mundane and whatever. But they're all just neutral situations. The problems arise when the personal self, when the ego, when the little I feels like something is happening to me that I need to solve because this is not okay. And if I change it to be exactly how I want it to be, it'll be okay. But look back on your life, look back on everything that's ever happened to you, and look back on your reactions to that, and you'll see that everything is just me trying to fix whatever's happening out in the world to make it the way I think it should be so that I can be happy, so that I can be okay. But in actuality, it never works because you might get things to be the way you think they should be, and maybe they'll be that way for a brief moment, and you'll be kind of okay for a brief moment. Maybe you'll even feel totally elated and happy for longer than just a brief moment. But it never stays that way. It always changes, and if you really, really want to just be totally at peace, totally, in ecstasy, if you want to say that, you have to realize that life is going to happen. Things are going to happen, right? But you don't have to create a problem out of it. Now, the reality is, touching a hot stove will always be painful. Having relationships with other human beings, whether they be romantic or friendly or whatever, they're always going to have ups and downs, because sometimes you're going to get along with that person, and sometimes that person is going to slap you in the face, and sometimes that person is going to give you a piece of cake, and sometimes that person is going to give you the middle finger. And when someone gives you a piece of cake, it's going to be great and it's going to feel nice, and when somebody slaps you, it's going to hurt. But you don't have to buy into that. You don't have to say, this is a problem that this person did to me. This person hurt me and I need to fix it. And I need to retaliate against that person, or I need to, do something, right? Ultimately, problems are just things of the mind. It's the game the ego likes to play. It's the game the little I likes to play. But you don't have to play along with that. Now, the solution is not to push things away. When those thoughts arise, fuck that guy's an asshole. The solution is not to say, oh no, actually that guy's a great guy, and I just really need to change that thought. Actually, you don't need to do any of that. You don't need to do anything about anything. You are the awareness seeing it, and all you have to do is just see it and witness it. You don't need to change anything. You don't need to change your thoughts. You don't need to change your life. You don't need to change who you think you are. You don't need to do anything. And the thought that I need to do something about this, that is the source of the problem. So when negative things happen to you, when painful things happen to you, whatever happens, just remember that it's just all life spinning around. It's all just happening. They're all just objects of consciousness. And getting lost in the objects of consciousness and trying to mold it and fit it into what you think it should be is a never-ending game, and you will never win. You'll have moments of thinking you won, but if you're honest with yourself, looking back on your life, you'll realize that you didn't win permanently, that you thought you won for a second, but then you lost again, and then bad things happened again. So just remember today that whatever happens to you, it's really up to you if you want to make it a problem. So I hope this helps. Please like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you think you might enjoy more content like this, and comment and let me know if you liked it, if you hated it, whatever you thought. I really enjoy reading any and all comments, so I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great day. Peace.